All right, what's up everybody? We are back again. Today we got a cool shoot over here on Duke's campus. We're just been getting set up at the Duke Chapel. Look at this place. It's a super cool building. And it's probably one of our more intense like interview show productions we've done yet. So I'm gonna get in here, show you guys the setup, give you a little BTS during the shoot. We're with one of our ladies we work with, Kate, doing a conversation today. Gonna be super cool. And the location's definitely one of our cooler locations we've shot at. Looks pretty epic. I'm also sweating. Mask mandates are back in on Duke's campus. So my shirt kind of soaked, but you know, riding solo today as well because Hunter was in Charlotte yesterday doing a shoot. Sammy's working on the presentation. Headed to Syracuse tomorrow to rock that. We're keeping it going, keeping the drive alive. Let's get it. All right, check it out. Oh, also, welcome to the vlog.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We still at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot still trying to flip it out the stove. Rocking fake J's, praying that nobody know.
All right, guys, so here we are inside the chapel. Check out our setup behind us. We've got the cameras and that. But yeah, pretty cool. Check out the space. Goes way back here. Some side seating on either side. And then this is the main area. Choir's usually up behind there. Really cool stained glass windows. And then our setup is right here, so come check it out. Basically what we've got going today is we've got 3 cameras. We've got 2 A7 IIIs on the side doing like the close-up shots on the faces, and then we've got an S2 in the middle shooting like a really wide shot so we can try to get some of the glass and everything in the background. Then 2 chairs here. We've got these LED great video maker lights right here. These are really great, just like little panel lights. Go ahead and turn those off. Those are kind of hot, kind of hot, kind of hot. And then we're actually running audio through the computer, so this is really cool. If you guys have ever seen these before or not, these are wireless Go mics from Rode, but they're plugged directly into the computer and they're gonna record into 2 separate tracks on GarageBand. So then if the audio needs to be edited or whatever, we're gonna have the files in a better format to be able to do that. So yeah, get a feel for the setup here. Chairs, 2 cameras, lights, main camera, computer. This is where I will be. And then just to get a feel for what the shot's gonna look like. Boom, shakalaka.
Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone.
So back from the shoot, had a little bit of a phone interview today, then had a social meeting with the nonprofit team that I'm on, and now we're getting ready to upload all the footage from today, get it over to our editor, and then gotta pack and get ready for Syracuse tomorrow because I'm headed to Syracuse this week. I'm doing a presentation for one of our bigger campaigns that we're running this year with the New York Dairy Association, which I told you guys about in past videos, but this is gonna be like our mid-year check-in for campaign progress. We're super excited because our staple video for the campaign is out now called Milk Works. The launch video for the campaign, it's going pretty well right now, getting a lot of positive feedback on Facebook, but super, super cool. And man, this is that entrepreneurship hustle this week for sure. You know, you go from setting up a shoot, moving chairs around, pressing cameras, recording footage, to now, you know, presenting to, you know, a board of 10, 15 people on a media campaign for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's just like a really interesting sort of mix this week of the type of, you know, work and pitches and everything that's going into this business right now. Super excited about building out the video team a little bit more. Had a great conversation today about that. I'm really gonna start trying to push that more and more. Get our core squad together for content creation and put some content creator savages in place to get this content looking super crispy. So I don't have to be at every shoot, you know, really just starting to be super smart about like time, the squad, how do we do better, how do we service people better, higher production value, better on-set energy, better on-set flow, just like all of those things I think could go into really making this thing continue growing. So it's an exciting week. Got a lot to do though before I'm going to feel good about getting out of pocket all day Thursday. It's like basically an all-day board meeting that we'll be presenting in for like 45 minutes. So hustle's here, folks.
What's poppin', everybody? Good morning.
Just getting ready, headed to the meeting.
Welcome to my hotel room. Nothing too crazy for my champagne that I don't have. Bed, office, TV. Haven't even turned that on, but yeah. Gonna walk over, grab some Starbucks, and then we're headed to the meeting. Let's rock it. All right. Wish me luck. Next clip, I'm gonna be post-meeting talking about it. All right. Peace.
All right. So we crushed it. Super well. And big stoke. Next year, probably going to be even bigger with this group that we're working with. Feels big moment for the team. Man, I posted on Instagram about it, but it was like this weird kind of like, almost felt like high school wrestling, like walking up to the front, intro, getting into the flow, a little less sweat this time around than high school wrestling, but felt great. Got a ton of really good questions, like people that were super curious to learn more, which is what we wanted, and just put ourselves in a great position. But I wanted to make I wanted to shoot a little bit of a longer clip here, so I'm gonna go into just something that I learned during this, or really when I was walking out. This kind of hit me. There's a guy that I follow online who some of you tuning in may know this. His name's Gary V. Runs a media business, a big agency, social media guru, all over the place. A little intense for some people, but one of the things that he talks a lot about is clouds and dirt, kind of that juxtaposition in business of the dirt and the clouds, the good, the bad, the minutia, micro, the macro, the fun, the not so fun, the work and the play, whatever you want to call it. But it was super real for me coming out of this meeting today that all this experience that I've had in the dirt over the past 8 to 10 years probably has really put me in a position to where when I'm in the clouds, in those big macro strategy, whatever it is, I could deliver. And I think today was just a moment where that really felt real for me. It kind of came together. And I'll break this down for you guys. Like the dirt is the minutia. The dirt is it's the little things. It's supply chain. Like maybe you're on the line putting the product together. Maybe you're designing the graphics. Maybe you're putting pieces together so someone else can design the graphics. Maybe you're installing technology. Maybe you are the sous chef. Maybe you're preparing ingredients. Like whatever it is. That experience in the dirt gives you the knowledge, the experience, the exposure. So when you're in the clouds, you can communicate so much more effectively on the intricacies of everything because you know them. It's part of your knowledge. You're not just reporting on something that someone from your team gave you and you haven't really spent enough time in the weeds to understand it because you had it on the come up. You went ahead and you took that time to put in that work to gain that experience. So when you're up there, you've got it down. You can see through this fog, the smoke and mirrors that some of the other people may be putting out there. You can dive a little bit deeper to really give insights and information in detail that other people couldn't. For the past 6 years of my life, I've been in positions where I was in the dirt doing the work. I didn't expect that my college would get me out of the dirt. I went into the dirt out of school. In school, I was in the dirt with startup projects, little things here and there, dibbling and dabbling all over the place. But then even in the startup world, if you want to do something, you have to do it. It's not like you get to put it onto another team or you have to get someone else to do this thing that you want to do, and then you just kind of put pieces together. Like, you are the one doing it. You're building it, you're making it, you're putting it together from scratch. And that experience over the past 6 years, and then over the past like year and a half of building the agency, well, transitioning into a media company now, a best-in-class media company, like, I've always been in the dirt. I've always done the task to put things together. And I know that I'm not always gonna be able to do that, but I know that that experience is essential. And I'm always gonna be in the dirt. I'm never gonna be out of the dirt because I love getting my hands dirty. I love figuring it out. You know, in the startup I used to work at, in the beginning, like when we had our new facility, like we would be in there like packing it, like we would be putting it together so we could get it out. You know, you would be putting in the ground game, the work, to have that perspective and that experience that goes such a long way. And you know, I put this together like not because I feel like I'm some inspirational figure, but just to like spell it out about how this looks for me, how my dirt experience has now turned into, you know, the clouds being much smoother for me, where I come in to a presentation of I want to say like 7 or 8 different people presented today, and you know, we're able to have a really impactful session. We're able to answer really good questions. We're able to put something together that not only looks great but delivers great info on what we're being asked about, what we promised we would do, because I know what that dirt looks like. And with that dirt experience, I can take the macro objectives of a board, of a client, of whoever that is, and say, hey, these are the ways that we use this platform, Facebook advertising, content creation, social media, to deliver on that. And these are the KPIs that track best to that. Not just, you know, you've got people on social media talking about followers and talking about impressions, but what does that really do for your business? All that does is say that there's X amount of people who have decided to press the follow button, or bots, frankly, in today's world, may not even really be active accounts, and then X amount of people scrolled by it. If they're going 1,000 miles an hour through their feed and they go by it, that's an impression, guys. Like, what are the real metrics that drive us forward? So you got to be careful out here, but I just feel like having all this experience in the dirt, really putting in the work to build brands, really putting in the work to learn platforms, being authentic with that, is what led to today being so smooth. What I thought was going to be this kind of like, was just like this. Done, got it, crushed it, rocked it. We were ready, we knew what we needed to know, and we hammered that home. And that feels really good. So if you're in the dirt right now, if you're in that thing, like, my call to action for you is just, what should you be, how do you go farther in the dirt? How do you expand your dirt experience when you're out of it? You're like, oh, I know how to do that. I'm cross disciplinary, dynamic. I'm more spread out with my dirt experience. So when I do get in that macro position, I know I know your situation. I know what you're trying to get done. I know what you're dealing with, so I can be empathetic towards that, but also help you with that. Talk through it, lead on that, and be in a better position to move forward. Whether you got a team, you know? And I would say, like, now if you're older, maybe you need to get in the dirt. Maybe you haven't been in the dirt enough. I see a lot of like young somethings thinking they got it done, thinking they got it down, but like, I'm like, have you ever been in the dirt, my guy? Like, have you ever really put in the steps to do these things, or are you just preaching to the choir? What do you have going on? So I would put that as a challenge, if you don't have that dirt experience, to go get some, so that, I don't know, if we ever have a conversation, I'll believe you. But no, that's just me poking fun. But seriously, today was super, super dope. Hanging out in Syracuse, went to Dinosaur Barbecue after. Had a little white lightning lemonade, a little meat, a little ribs. Then went to McKellen's or something, had a cocktail, did a little bit of work back at the hotel. It's like 7 right now, maybe a little past 7. And we're about to probably go grab like a light dinner, maybe walk around a little bit, check out the university, and get to it tomorrow. I'm out at like 6 a.m. tomorrow. So a little strike mission, but looking like I'll be back in New York in September to keep this thing rocking. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This week was a big week. Felt really, really big today. Today just felt like a moment of magnitude, a moment of progression on this journey that we're on. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.
Because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city, cause we beat the streets. Trying to spread the wealth around the block, no, I can't keep from me. Told me I should leave. I see the bigger picture and it's way bigger than me. Can't be living like a king, but my people need to eat. If I got it, then you got it, we gon' get back on our feet. And I put it on me. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Or die too young. 100 miles per hour might crash, cause good die young. Yeah, but here I come. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back home. Y'all coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming